real-time summarization, the note-taking for agents, baked, still baking, or just though?
I think it's pretty baked as well. Um, the ability to listen and translate and then post to a record and also maybe summarize the conversation. A lot of people are saying that they have it. I haven't actually seen a lot of the demos or whatever, but from the ones that I have seen, it works very well. And it certainly works as well as an agent typing in the information and summarizing the information. It's better than a human actually doing it. So I think it's a baked application.
Are you noticing note-taking applications having some form of configurability, or have companies kind of sided with keeping it simple and you just turn it on and it takes notes on what it takes notes on?
I think you turn it on, it takes notes on what it takes notes on. I think what you just mentioned is the next step. So the not baked or baking, but it's not there yet on a wide usage or distribution.
Automated QA, baked, still baking, or just dough?
No, I think that's pretty well baked. I think that is one of the true applications where instead of looking at 3% and having a QA group score things, you're able to look at now basically the 100% of the transactions and get immediate response, sometimes again real time where you could react to it. But from a historical standpoint, I think it's pretty much there.
What do folks do with 100% of calls? Like, just because you have them scored, what do you actually do with that? Is that truly better than scoring 2%, 3%? What's the advantage?
Well, I think, again, there are tools in the marketplace that mine the information to be able to make sense of the 100%. And they could do a much better job at that than anyone was able to do with the 3%.
Where do you see the benefits coming? What are companies really getting from it?
Getting a consistent, wide view of really what's going on in their contact center, using NLP and understanding every word that's said on these calls and being able to put some analytics around it. I think it's massively valuable.
LLM chatbots, baked, still baking, or just dough?
Still baking, I believe. I think that's true of the entire chatbot and virtual assistant space. They're very prevalent, and the companies are using them as often as possible to try to deflect work that is necessary for their real-time agents. But I think that being able to control the complexity and continue a dialogue with the client or with the customer, whoever's on the other end of it, I don't think it's quite there yet. I think in some applications it's perfect, but in other applications it misses the boat.
Lee, do you remember, I think this was right around the beginning of the pandemic, when folks started to put more chatbots in place, and at the time it was dialogue flow, not this new LLM stuff. Is it truly bringing down volumes and giving customers the self-service they want?
I think it's creating as many new opportunities as it is solving. Customers or the consumers are more used to it now. They know that they're speaking to a assisted machine. They also know that they're not getting all of the results that they would get if they were speaking to a live person.
Intelligent virtual agents, baked, baking, or just dough?
I think it's baking. I think it offers some of the interactions on the simple side that allow you to be able to circumvent an agent and talk to an AI tool, just from having to deal with companies recently like a Ticketmaster. Some of the initial inquiries are really simple, but then as you start going down the path, they're not. And unfortunately, I think a lot of companies are putting all of their efforts into this front-end AI conversation but they're not solving their customers' inquiry problems. The information that you passed to the virtual agent isn't being populated into a summary or a worksheet so that when I get the live agent there, I'm starting all over again. And it's almost more frustrating.
Really can go in any direction. These intelligent virtual agents or IVAs just aren't quite there yet.
I think the companies that are best at this are being able to transfer the data that they've collected and know when to stop and get you to a live agent as opposed to trying to completely handle the call virtually.
What's one AI technology that you've come across recently that you feel like is still baking, but has a lot of potential or a lot of promise?
Multi-channel or multimodal, going from voice to chat to email, where you've started the conversation and you might be doing your interaction with a chatbot, and it has to turn into a voice call because of the complexity. The handshake is not there yet, but a lot of the companies are pushing that initial cut through the queue and chat to an agent. And I don't mind doing that, but I do mind when I've done that and then it gets to the point where it turns into a voice call, and again, there's no handshake between the two technologies. I think there will be. I think it's on its way, and I think that will be very helpful to the consumer.